Benga Adigun, CEO Rebar Perfecta.
Well, like I said in previous engagements before now, the name Rebar Perfecta, we set out to be a steel recycling company, but because of the power issues we have in Nigeria, the business died very quickly. So we failed very fast, failed very quickly, and decided to transition into construction support, starting from everything we do around dredging and dredging services. Winning of sharp sand is a basic and the most abundant material used in construction. So that's why we chose to play in that field. Then of course, we did some forward integration to distribute this sharp sand to different construction destinations. Chief of what we do is the dredging and distribution of sharp sand. We harness sharp sand from the lagoon bed. Then other ancillary services around sharp sand is land reclamation. The same sharp sand can be used to reclaim land or turn water into land. We do that. We do something called canalization. We can deepen the waterways also to allow larger vessels to go through. It's called channel creation, coastal defense, all the services in and around dredging. But chief of it is sharp sand winning for construction purposes. If you look at the developed economies of the world, infrastructure is a big deal. Real estate is a big deal, both private and commercial real estate. In the developed world, they have built homes in the tens of millions. From beginning of time till now, countries like the US, and Europe, they have hundreds of millions of homes, and they keep building tens of thousands of homes every year. And that is why they are developed. So the people who have the skill to develop this economy through various things they do to, for GDP output, they will live in homes. Homes is necessary. These people will move around from place to place into trade and trade externally with other countries. You need infrastructure, railroads, seaports, airports, all these things, social infrastructure. Now, if you look at it, all of this builds the economy. You can bring all these things I've said from, no matter how high GDP is, you can narrow it down to construction. So we are saying we are at the beginning of this whole foundational element that builds an economy. The simple concrete you need to build that rail, that seaport that will receive ships from China, from US, from Europe, we will give you the sand to do that. All these words, brick by brick, callous sand by callous sand, grain of sand by grain of sand, means it's our own little way of contributing and developing the Nigerian economy. We are very unique because we control a lot of our value chain, and that means we can, control the service delivery. Part of the core, visions we have is to ensure that we always deliver quality and optimum service, which includes speed. Customers want to be sure you have integrity, you're not shortchanging them. So when we control a large chunk of a value chain, if you tell them, I'll be at your site tomorrow, then it's very easy for them to see me tomorrow. It's been a good year, not so bad year. Year started slow because of the elections, but it's over. Everybody is, focused on what they need to do. For us, our expectations are simple. We expect a lot of more infrastructure spending. So we expect the government to build more roads, do more rail projects, more this, more that. And we expect to play in all this space. We just want to be top of mind, that's just it. So if any big name construction project is being talked about in any boardroom that we would not be present in, we want them to mention our name even though we are not there. For example, you're planning your construction projects, you don't even need to come to us. You know that if you need 10 million tons of sharp sand, Rebar Perfecta is there to give it to you. So we just want to be top of mind, for all things construction support. There are too many things they can do, too many to recount in fact, and they know these things already. We just wish there was more willpower to see them through to completion. For example, if we talk about tax rebates, it's one big thing that works everywhere in the world. If you tell companies that, entrepreneurs, do this thing, employ this number of people, don't pay taxes for 10 years, if you see them, they'll give their best. There are many ways they can do it, they know. Provide financing, provide cheap capital, either debt or equity capital, make sure the terms are friendly. Policy formulation that would attract foreign direct investments. For example, if I have a big farm plantation in Benue State and I can move in fruits or fresh farm produce, tomatoes, yam, all these things, perishables, overnight through a very established railroad that is efficient and functioning. Overnight I'm in Lagos. A lot of jobs will be created from just that value chain, from the farmer to the guy who buys it, to the guy who does the shipping to Lagos, to where the market is. So if the government does all these things, you don't need to give anybody subsidies. The businesses will try, then they'll pay taxes, and then the government makes more money that way. I like to travel. I don't know if you know that already. I look for every little opportunity to travel, but most times it's educational and business. And then when not that, time with family, and maybe play a few sports like football and the rest of it.